Hello, I'm Xavier Smith. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be talking about cumulative percentile. So, what does this mean? Well, it kind of just means the addition of all the percentiles. So, I just gave like a little example of like heights, which I've been doing a lot in my statistics class. You just give like heights of students, and there's 20 points, so that means each point is 5% of the data set. So I made this little table. If you want to look at it, you can. But all that really matters is the relative frequency and the cumulative percentile. So I found our frequencies, and then I turned the frequencies into relative frequencies by saying like 3 divided by 24 divided by 26 divided by 20. But it's really like 5% times whatever this frequency is, because it's 100 divided by 20 equals 5% for data point. But relative frequency for 50 to 55 inches will start at 15%. And then the cumulative percentile is 15%, because you haven't added anything to this 15%, so it just starts at 15%. Then, for our 56 to 60 inch group, there's the relative frequency is 20% of the data set. But cumulative percentile says, well, that 15% there, you have to add that to the 20%. And now you have 35% cumulative percentile. You keep going. Plus 30% is 65%, plus 30% again is 95%, and plus 5% is 100%. So, how do you graph this? You might be asked. Well, first of all, you're going to just start with like, oh, your first one goes up to 15. Then, you're going to graph your next cumulative percentile as like a box. I graph it in ranges, 50 to 55, 55 to 60, 60 to 65. This is a lot better than planting every data point and making like a histogram. So I'd prefer to just make it like this, spread out the data points, and then they might just say, okay, you could leave it as the boxes, right? Or you might get shown like someone like drawing a line between the points and it like ends up here. But just make sure it ends at 100. So all cumulative percentile is, you're just adding the percent of like whatever came before. So here is 15%, and then you're going to add your next relative frequency and get 35%, then add your next 30% and get 65%, and then you're just going to graph it. You're going to graph 15%, then 35%, then 65, then 95, then 100. So it should just be a histogram that's stepping up every time. It should never be going down, and it should always end at 100. You may see it as a line, or you may just see it as a histogram. So, thank you for watching, and I hope this quick little video was helpful.